That's crazy. That's
And they
actually
also
crazy.
only had 6 sessions. So this didn't go 3 straight days. It was basically 6 hours at a time
Okay.
for 4 different sessions. So imagine if they just had it where you could just play like most betas
Yeah.
all the way through.
Now, that's a good transition.
Sure.
How do you feel the beta went as far as how they had the sessions?
Uh,
Like a typical beta, like it was just saying you just get in and then it's for how many days they say it is. But this one was broke up into time slots. How do you feel about that?
Actually, I liked it. I know
Okay.
most people didn't like it and want it to be just straight through, but the thing about it is it got better between sessions.
Okay.
It seems like from the feedback I saw and all of that, it's a closed beta, not an open beta. And I think that a lot of people were complaining a little too much about a closed beta having sessions. I thought that was fine. 6 hours times four, that's 24 hours to play.
Mhm.
So basically, I thought I was fine with that. I didn't have an issue with any of that. I thought that that was really good. And also, actually, they added an extra one, I think, Smitty, an extra session on that Saturday. So
Yeah.
they added a surprise session. So it's actually, I think it was actually 30 hours, somewhere between, 30 hours because they added an extra 6 hour session. So you had 30 hours between Friday and Sunday morning to play the game. You know, that was something that I just was very appreciative of. Like I said, I luckily got to play. So yeah, I had no problem with the way that the beta was divvied up and all of that.
As
And
somebody
also,
who,
yeah,
as someone didn't get to play, I thought as a viewer it was really great because once the session ended, you can go live your life, knowing that okay, I got to be back at this time to
hmm
watch what's next. And I thought that was a really cool idea because for the other betas, you just kind of you can come in at any time and go and watch and then come back. But this one you had to be here at this time because it was like a midnight to 6 for my area. I think it was something like that.
right.
And if I missed that, that was it. That was it. You better hope that the person posted a video of it. So I did like that it was broke down in sessions, and I don't know if anyone will ever follow that method, but I liked it as a viewer.
Yeah, yeah. I like I said, I totally agree with you. I think it was fine that way. Everybody got to play. I
Mm,
mean, 30 hours is enough time. I'm sorry. Some people
yeah.
may disagree with me, but I feel 30 hours on a closed beta, not an open beta. A closed beta is enough time to get in there, play the game, training mode. Like I said, they had tutorials to get some matches in there. So, and they also had lobbies. A lot of closed betas don't have lobbies.
Hmm.
So that was a very refreshing thing that they already had lobbies. So I believe the game is a lot further ahead along in development for a closed beta than most are. I think that they pretty much have the infrastructure already down.
Yeah. I'm curious when the next beta would be
Yes.
because they're looking at a 2026 release, and that's another thing. The date of the release. I would like to know when that is, so you kind of judge when the next beta could be. So I'm curious on that.
Yeah, me too. I wonder if they're doing another one before the end of the year. Because they're doing another one for the end of the year, that means I believe it comes out quarter one of 2026.
Which would
Uh,
be, me and you talked
right.
offline and everything, but I believe if I was them, I would want it out before Evo,
Oh,
about a
absolutely.
month before Evo. The Me and you talked about this. There's another game coming out that you have the date for that has nothing to do
Oh,
with the FGC. May 26th, 2026.
yes.
A game's coming out that might set
Yes.
all records. You don't want to release nowhere
Nowhere.
near that game.
Nowhere.
You want to be out before that game comes out. And
Yeah.
Evo this year or next year is June 26th. So I would tell them, especially if you're releasing a paid game, April, maybe.
Latest, the latest.
Because once you reach into May, a lot of
Yeah,
people saving their money for
that game.
GTA 6.
Yeah,
So, business wise, my mind, I would say I don't want to compete with that. Because when
you
that
can't.
comes out, it's that's the game that's going to be streamed and everything else, and across all different styles of players or type of players. And,
Everywhere.
yes, so I would say April, and if you're not going to do it then would you release it early June and say, okay, yeah, like 2 weeks before Evo? Or would you just
No,
skip past Evo and say we're gonna release it in like September or something like that?
no, it has to be for Evo because of the streams you get for cash. Because
Mm,
Evo is the biggest tournament, it's the Super Bowl of fighting games, and you need the exposure Evo gives fighting
yeah,
games. And like you said, GTA 6 comes out, you're gonna have every streamer from Huge
yeah,
until your grandma streaming
streaming it.
GTA 6.
Yeah,
And you can't compete with that.
you're not. You're not.
You're not. You
Look,
cannot even think you're gonna compete. Not even
the
a thought of that.
the numbers for GTA 5 still on streams. It's like
Still
in the
out.
top. And
Yes.
so GTA 6 is going to set, it should set streaming records,
Yeah.
sales, just it's going to set so many records. You don't want to be nowhere near that cuz that's
No.
the end of your game. Like if you release, let's say you release it early May, you got
Oh,
4 weeks and then that's it.
that's it.
That's it.
You're gonna forget about it.
The other thing I'm interested, and I got to look this up, is the actual Marvel movie release dates,
That's a good one,
because
too. Yeah.
I want to see what movies they got planned and when they're going to release it, because you kind of want those characters in the game if you're Marvel. Or you see Doctor Doom is in it. He's the big bad guy for the upcoming movies. So you're going to have to look at, okay, we're going to release these movies typically in summer, the big movie. So let's say early May, you kind of want the game somewhere around there.
Right.
Maybe that's how I look at it when I'm thinking about if I was a video game company curator, a developer. So it's gonna be curious, and we'll probably talk about this later in other episodes. But like even the characters, I watched a lot of character roster predictions. You know, I'm just curious where they go with this.
Yeah, me too. They have a ton of characters they can put in this game. They can go crazy with it.
Very.
I wish they would have a starting roster of 30, but they'll probably do between 16 to 20. Because it being 4v4, I think it does need to have 30. You don't want it to be where it's just too little characters and then characters just get spammed to death. So I'm hoping for a large, expansive roster because, like I said, the first closed beta was great. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how many characters they do put in it to start out on the base roster. Do they have guest characters eventually? That's another thing that has been talked about. So yeah, I'm just hoping that they have the X-Men that I love. Also, there were two characters that were not in the beta that have already been announced: is Ghost Rider and Spider-Man.
Right.
And the Ghost Rider, I love them. Yeah, Marvel, I need you to put them in the next beta. I don't know what you were thinking, but yeah.
When I thought about the
Yes,
beta or release, I said Ghost Rider is the one I would want it to play.
yeah,
But he
that's the one
wasn't
I
in
would
the
play
beta. And I was like, well, okay. Captain America would have been my second choice. But
Right.
Ghost Rider was my first choice off of what I've seen him do
Oh, so great.
in trailers. So I was like, oh, this is my character right here.
Oh, we're on the same page. I'm so glad to hear that.
So, and like you said, the X-Men, I was a big X-Men fan growing up. And all I need is Gambit and Rogue. Maybe if you can do a Mystique and Psylocke, who's been in other games.
Uh-huh.
That's it. And I'm good to go.
Well, yeah, if you just put Gambit and Wolverine, I'm good to go.
Good to go.
Those are the two. We just need to make sure, Marvel artists, we're on the same page. I don't have to make an angry letter because I love this game. So yeah, that pretty much is where I am.
I had a theory when it came to DLC for the first season.
Yes.
People love Wolverine. You don't put him in the base character. You have him as the first DLC to get people to buy the DLC package, but he's got to be the first one. That way, people who want Wolverine, you get Wolverine immediately.
That's true.
You know, instead of putting him in the base, and then who do you put as your first DLC to sell that season package? So I would put him as the main DLC character for the first season. He wouldn't be base roster. That's how.
Marketing wise, that's very smart.
Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna be very angry. But, hey.
I understand, man.
But hey, yeah. If you're business savvy, that's what you do. You definitely put Wolverine, maybe Hulk, Juggernaut. I don't know.
Yeah, because I was like, who sells the first season DLC? What character? You got Spider-Man in the game already, so you can't use Spider-Man. So who's next? And it's got to be Wolverine.
Wolverine, and I think Venom.
Venom, yeah.
He's another one that people love. Those are the two characters I think you can sell. As far as the first character in a DLC, but you're right. Wolverine, if you're business wise, yeah, you definitely do it because I will have my cash ready in hand.
Oh, everybody, they say, hey, look, here's 21 characters. DLC, we're gonna have 6 characters, and the first one is Wolverine. Money, people gonna get money.
And right here.
We haven't really fully talked about this, and I want to stay on the topics that we discussed. But what happens if they release the game for free?
Oh, Panama. Yeah, Street Fighter, Tekken. I don't know if they're gonna just go ahead and announce Street Fighter Cross Tekken, but if they announce this game for free, hey, listen, I am fully here for it. Then I might become a pro player.
I said, okay.
I know
they released Marvel Rivals for free. They could have charged for that.
Yeah.
They could have. And then I'm like, all right, if you're Marvel, you're not really worried about making money on the game.
That's a good point.
Now, Arcus, they need to make money.
Yeah.
But if Disney, Marvel comes to you and say, hey, look, we're going to pay y'all to make this game, whatever you want, but we want the game to release for free. And then after that, you guys make your money from just like Marvel Rivals, DLC, costumes, battle passes. That's all y'all's. But we're going to upfront the money so this game can come out free. Because they never said they're charging for the game.
That's a great point, Smitty.
They haven't said it.
They have not said that.
It could realistically release for free.
The money they will make for skins will be something that that might change society.
Imagine skins. Let's say you release with 21 characters. We're going to release some skins, some really good skins, plus a battle pass, plus Wolverine's the first DLC. You're gonna get whatever money that you would have charged if you had to pay for the game. Goodness. And you just have Marvel foot the bill and say, all right, we're gonna release this game for free. No Y'all give us like a couple $100 million or whatever. I don't know what the price, and release it for free. That would kill so many games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the franchise that could do it. All seriousness, it would kill games because Marvel is universal.
Yeah.
Literally universal. You don't need to explain Marvel to nobody.
No.
Nobody. No continent, no country, no species.
No. And I hate bringing it up because it's not a fighting game, but Marvel Rivals, if you just look what they're doing, they released the game for free, constant content. Here's a battle pass. Here's a small battle pass that you can pay for. Here's these. In the battle pass itself, it has costumes that people would have paid for. Like, they're amazing costumes in the battle pass. And then they release more costumes and the characters are free. So Imagine if they take that same concept to a fighting game that people want to play.
Unreal numbers. If they did that, this would be the first game they have to cap at EVO. Guaranteed.
Yeah. Oh,
guaranteed.
Yeah.
Because remember, the money they would have spent on that game would go towards fighting game tournament.
Yeah.
If it's free to play, that's how you find the next prodigy.
Imagine a free to play Marvel fighting game.
Ugh.
That's good. That people have said nothing but good things about from the beta.
I have not heard not one person. We know how the FGC can be, Smith.
No, we know. if that beta was bad, they already saying the game's dead. You might as not even release it. Yeah. Ain't heard no one say anything bad about this game to where if I was a developer, I would be scared to put it out. Yeah. This amazing. Came from nowhere. Hey, guess what? We got this Marvel game. Boom.
Yeah. I remember that day. I was really busy that day, and I put Twitter up on my phone and fire. All that came out was nothing but fire.
Yeah.
All I see is you, all the people in our circle. I just see what was that. All I see is capital letters. What the hell? All other things. See, I saw that video in my car.
It's crazy.
In my car. I had to get home, Smitty, to make sure I saw that on the big 4K. I need to see that in 4K. That is still the most special moment of this year in the FGC or fighting game news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
Marvel, and who's the artist? That's the part.
Didn't see that coming. No one. Seen
None
that
of the
coming.
Insiders. They kept this tighter than Fort Knox.
It's amazing there was no leaks at all. They've probably been working on this game for a while. No leaks, no nothing.
They had a lot of NDAs.
Yeah. First look the world got of this game was amazing.
Yep.
And now everybody's waiting on it. And it's great.